year is 1998. A small company some of you may know as Nissan released this, the Cube, which sported a boxy and practical look. However, over the years, the car was melted, refined, and modeled into one of, in my opinion, the most iconic cars, especially economy cars of the early 2010s. With an engine that was described as more of a motivator than a power unit, and a rippled headliner for some reason, the Cube was a truly unique vehicle in the wrong place, in the wrong time. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Released in 1998, first generation Cube, or the Z10, really doesn't look like what most of you would think of when you think of the Nissan Cube. The OG Cube had a more modest and typical style. The Z10 had a 1.3-liter inline-4, making a bone-rattling 85 horsepower. It also shared its platform with the stylish and sporty Nissan Micra of the same era. As for the design of the vehicle, it's clear that this isn't the car that launched the Cube into its notoriety. The interior of this car, I believe, lacks the rippled headliner. The Z10 did have its own multitude of cup holders though, including a pair of clear elastic cup holders on the driver and passenger doors. But lacking the fun body lines and the wraparound rear window, this generation isn't what launched the Cube into fame. That was the work of... Released in 2002, the second generation Cube, also known as the Z11 Cube, is where things started to get interesting. This is the model that put the Cube on the map as a true automotive oddity. Nissan fully embraced the Cube's funky design language, giving the Cube its signature asymmetrical rear window and other funky stylistic choices. Under the hood, the Z11 was powered by a 1.4-liter or a 1.5-liter inline-4, producing up to 110 horsepower. While that doesn't sound like much, the Cube was never about speed. It was about style, practicality, and personality. Inside, it featured a large lounge-like cabin with a curvy wave pattern dashboard and sofa-style seats, making it feel more like a modern living room in a coffin apartment than a car. The second-gen Cube had become a cult favorite in Japan and even saw a limited right-hand drive import market outside its home country. But Nissan wasn't done yet. The best was yet to come. In the big 2008, Nissan took the Cube global with the third generation Z12. And Nissan had gotten the message. The people wanted more cup holders. This version refined the cartoonish formula even further, with even quirkier styling, a bigger wraparound rear window, and most importantly, a bigger arse. Well, for those into that. This was also the Cube that officially sold in North America, hitting US shores in 2009 with a 1.8-liter inline-4, making 122 horsepower. Paired with either a CVT or a 6-speed manual, it was kind of going places. Despite its love it or hate it styling, the Cube developed a passionate fan base. It was practical, fuel efficient, and undeniably unique in a sea of boring compact cars. However, all good things must come to an end, and due to seriously slow sales, the Cube was discontinued in North America in 2014, and in Japan it actually survived till 2019. The Nissan Cube may not have been a performance powerhouse, but it was one of the most distinctive cars of its time. It dared to be different in an auto industry that often plays it safe. And while that clearly didn't do much for sales, the car was still able to capture a valiant fan base who still enjoy the car. It's kind of like the Twingo. While you may never want to drive one on a daily basis, it's fun to look back on silly cars and like it. You know, it's a cute vehicle. So what do you think? Was the Cube a misunderstood gem, or was it just too weird for its own good? Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and, yeah.